Did you know there's a sacred object that can protect your home from evil? It might be sitting right in your house right now, and you probably don't even realize the power it holds. Most people have it, but they don't understand how strong and powerful it really is. If lately you've been feeling like your life has been full of problems, stress, or tension, you're not alone. Families today face all kinds of struggles, spiritual battles, health problems, and emotional conflicts that seem to never end. But here's the thing, there's a solution, and it's within your reach. I'm talking about the Holy Rosary. It's more than just a religious symbol hanging on a wall. It's not just something people use in church or during prayer time. The Rosary is a powerful tool that acts as a shield for your home. The Rosary isn't just a tradition or decoration. It's a divine weapon that can protect your home and family from evil forces that might be attacking from unseen places. It's a shield that can help bring peace into your home, protect your loved ones, and even bring about real transformation in your life. This message can change everything for you. Today, I'm going to show you how this simple object can make all the difference in your life. You're about to learn the real power of the Rosary and how it can protect you, your home, and your family from all kinds of harm. Stick with me. Padre Pio was not just any priest. He was a man with a deep spiritual understanding of how the world works, both in the physical and spiritual realms. He saw things that most of us can't even imagine. His life was filled with mystical experiences that revealed the true power of the Rosary. He spent years facing spiritual battles that tested his faith in ways we may never understand, but through it all, he always turned to the Rosary, and that's something he shared with the world. Padre Pio warned us about the Rosary's power. He often spoke about how the Rosary is not just a string of beads or something to wear around your neck. It's much more than that. The Rosary is a weapon against evil, a spiritual shield that can protect us from harm. Padre Pio didn't just believe this, he lived it. He saw how the Rosary changed people's lives. Through his mystical experiences, he witnessed supernatural events that proved the Rosary's power. He wasn't just telling people to pray it because it's a nice thing to do. He knew from first-hand experience that the Rosary is a divine tool capable of blocking out the darkness and bringing divine light into our lives. Emotional connection. In the world we live in today, it might feel like evil forces are constantly trying to attack our peace, our health, and even our happiness. From the stresses of daily life to the struggles that seem to pile up out of nowhere, it's as if something is trying to break us down. Our homes are under attack, but Padre Pio made it clear that the Rosary can stand as a defense against all of that. He knew that in our times of vulnerability, the Rosary is there to provide the protection we need. It's more than a prayer. It's a spiritual weapon that guards us, keeps us safe, and invites peace into our lives. By using the Rosary, we invite God's protection into our homes, and with it, we can guard our families from negative forces trying to tear us apart. Padre Pio's message to us is simple. We don't have to face these battles alone. The Rosary is here to help, and it's waiting for us to embrace its power. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or disconnected, pay attention because this message can change everything. I know that many of you watching this right now might be feeling the weight of the world on your shoulders. Maybe you're overwhelmed with anxiety, or perhaps it feels like the peace in your home has been replaced with tension and conflict. Family arguments, personal struggles, and even health issues seem to be building up with no clear solution in sight. You might feel like you've tried everything, but nothing seems to work. But I'm here to tell you, there's hope. You have a solution in your home right now. You just need to activate it. The answer isn't far away. It's not a new product or a new way of living that you have to search for. It's already with you, right in your own home, sitting quietly and waiting for you to unlock its true power. That solution is the Holy Rosary. You may already have a rosary, and if you don't, it's so easy to get one. The best part is, it doesn't require anything more than your faith and devotion to activate its true power. The rosary has been a proven tool for spiritual protection, peace, and divine intervention for centuries. Padre Pio himself saw how it protected families from spiritual harm and brought them closer to God. Build trust through reassurance. I understand that trusting in something like the rosary might seem strange to some of you, especially if it's not something you've used regularly or thought much about. But I promise you, it works. Padre Pio's experience, and the experiences of countless families before and after him, confirm that the rosary is more than just beads. It's a divine tool with real, tangible power. This is a tool that can protect your home from evil, bring peace to your family, and transform your life in ways you never imagined. When you take a moment each day to pray the rosary, you're inviting God's protection into your home. You're creating a shield that blocks out negativity and brings peace and divine light into your life. It's not magic, and it's not some abstract belief. It's a real and tested spiritual practice that works. If you've been feeling like your life is out of balance, or like something is just not right, now is the time to act. You don't have to wait any longer to make a change. The rosary is here, ready and waiting, to be your source of protection and peace. It's one simple step you can take to transform everything, starting today. Padre Pio's life was nothing short of extraordinary. He wasn't just a priest. He was someone with a deep spiritual connection, someone who could see and understand things far beyond the physical world. He knew the rosary's true power because he personally experienced it in ways that few of us can even imagine. One of the most incredible things Padre Pio shared was his vision of the rosary as arrows of light. Imagine that, each prayer, each Hail Mary, becoming a beam of light, a shield against the darkness. During his most intense spiritual battles, when he faced evil forces that tried to overpower him, the rosary acted as his spiritual weapon, lighting up the darkness around him. Every time he prayed a bead, it was like an arrow piercing the evil, breaking through the shadows. This wasn't just a metaphor. It was a real experience, one he described to his closest friends and collaborators. This vision wasn't just about his personal battles. It was about the power the rosary can have over us, too. When Padre Pio used the rosary, it created a spiritual shield around him, protecting him from harm. And it wasn't just him. He observed how the rosary had the same protective power in the homes of families who prayed it faithfully. The rosary is more than a decoration. It's a divine tool. It's easy to see the rosary as just another religious symbol. It hangs in churches. It sits on mantles or bedside tables. But Padre Pio showed us that the rosary is so much more than that. It's a tool that connects us to God's protection, a shield that can block out negativity and invite peace and harmony into our homes. It's divine, a channel for grace and a direct connection to the Virgin Mary. Padre Pio's gift of bilocation, the ability to be in two places at once, was a unique part of his ministry. With this gift, he was able to be spiritually present in multiple places at the same time. And what did he see? He saw how the rosary was not just a beautiful tradition but a powerful spiritual protection. He could see the shield it created in homes, protecting families from unseen dangers. He saw how the rosary formed a spiritual barrier around those who used it correctly, keeping out evil forces and bringing peace where there was once turmoil. The rosary wasn't just a personal weapon for Padre Pio. It was something that transformed the lives of entire families. When families welcomed the rosary into their homes and prayed it regularly, they became spiritually fortified. They became stronger, more resilient, and more connected to the divine. It's a protection that is as real today as it was when Padre Pio was alive. He saw it with his own eyes, and he witnessed the miracles it worked for those who trusted in its power. So, the next time you look at your rosary, don't just see a religious object. See a shield of light, a weapon against evil, and a tool that can protect your home from any negative force that tries to enter. You have it right there with you, just waiting for you to use it to transform your life and your home. Many people possess the rosary, but here's the truth. Most people don't use it correctly. It's sitting on their nightstand or hanging on the wall, but it's not being used as it was meant to be. And that's a problem. Having a rosary without using it properly is like having a shield but never using it in battle. Imagine having the most powerful protection right at your fingertips, but never activating it. That's what many of us are doing when we don't pray the rosary with the faith and devotion it requires. Padre Pio made it clear that the rosary is not a lucky charm. It's not something you hang up just to make your home look more spiritual, or to have a nice religious symbol hanging on the wall. It's a spiritual tool, a weapon, a shield. And like any tool, it only works when you use it correctly. You wouldn't expect a shield to protect you if you kept it locked away and never used it. In the same way, the rosary is only powerful when you use it actively, when you bring it into your daily life with real faith and devotion. Padre Pio's teachings about the rosary are clear. It's meant to be used with intention, not left to gather dust. When you pray the rosary, you're not just saying words, you're creating a direct spiritual connection with the Virgin Mary and inviting her protection into your life. It's not a passive act. It's something that requires your active participation. Padre Pio emphasized that the rosary should be prayed with faith, not out of habit, but with a heart full of trust that it will do what it's meant to do. When you pray the rosary, you're inviting divine protection. You're opening the door to peace, blessing, and grace. But to unlock that power, you need to approach it with the right mindset. You have to pray it regularly, with attention, and most importantly, with love. The more you use it with devotion, the more you will see the changes in your home and life. Faith is what activates its power. Faith that this simple act can protect you and your family from the forces that try to bring you down. So, the next time you hold your rosary, remember that it's not just a piece of jewelry or a decorative item. It's your shield, your connection to divine protection. Use it properly, and you'll see how it transforms your life. Just as Padre Pio did, you can unlock its true power and experience the peace and protection it brings. Don't let it sit idle in your home. Bring it to life, and let it protect what matters most, your family, your peace, and your spirit. When used correctly, the rosary creates a shield of protection around your home. Padre Pio wasn't just speaking metaphorically when he said the rosary brings divine protection. He saw firsthand how it transformed homes, how it created an invisible barrier of light that protected families from all kinds of spiritual attacks. This isn't just an idea. It's a real, spiritual effect that can be felt when the rosary is used with faith and devotion. Now, let me share with you 3 clear signs that show the rosary's power is active in your home. These aren't just abstract ideas. These are real changes you will feel and experience once you start using the rosary with the right intention. 1. Supernatural peace. The first sign you'll notice is supernatural peace. This is peace that doesn't make sense in the middle of chaos. You might be facing difficult circumstances, family conflicts, financial stress, or health issues, but despite all that, there's a sense of calm that doesn't seem to come from anything around you. It's as if the weight of the world is lifted, and you suddenly feel a deep sense of inner peace that doesn't fade away. Even in moments of crisis, this peace remains. It doesn't depend on the situation around you, and it doesn't fade with time. It's a peace that stays with you, no matter what happens. This peace is the sign that the rosary is actively protecting you and your home. 2. Spiritual transformation. The second sign is spiritual transformation. When the rosary is prayed with devotion, the atmosphere in your home begins to change. Arguments lose their intensity, and relationships that once felt strained begin to heal. There's a noticeable shift in how people interact with each other. Family members start to feel more connected, and there's an increase in understanding and patience. You'll notice that tensions seem to disappear before they even start. The rosary brings about a spiritual shift that calms the storm inside your home. It's as if the atmosphere lightens up, and people start to react to each other with more love and care. Family conflict gives way to peaceful conversations, and struggles are resolved with less stress. This is the transformation that happens when the rosary's protection is active in your home. 3. Shield of light. The third sign is what Padre Pio described as a shield of light. This is divine protection that surrounds your family, creating an invisible barrier that keeps negative influences at bay. When the rosary is prayed with faith, it acts like a spiritual shield, blocking out evil forces and negative energy that may try to harm or disrupt your life. This protection isn't just physical. It extends to your emotional and spiritual well-being as well. You'll notice that your family feels safer, more secure, and protected from the harmful influences that once seemed to affect you. Family bonds are strengthened as the Rosary draws your family closer to God's grace. Your home becomes a sanctuary, a place where peace, love, and spiritual protection reign. These signs are real. They aren't just theories or hopes. They are tangible experiences that you'll feel in your home. When you use the Rosary correctly, you will notice the difference. You'll feel the peace, the transformation, and the protection it brings. And the best part, you don't need to wait long to see these changes. The Rosary works fast, its power is immediate, and its effects are powerful. So, if you've been wondering whether the Rosary can truly change your life, the answer is yes. You'll see the difference in your home. You'll feel the peace. You'll experience the transformation. And you'll know, without a doubt, that you're being protected by something much greater than yourself. Now, let's talk about something very important that you need to understand about the Rosary. Misusing or ignoring it has serious spiritual consequences. Padre Pio was very clear about this. Having a Rosary and not using it correctly is dangerous. It leaves your family unprotected. I know this might sound strong, but it's the truth. The Rosary is a tool that offers divine protection, but if it's left unused or treated as just a decoration, it's like having a shield and never using it in battle. You wouldn't go to war with a shield you never pick up, right? In the same way, having a Rosary in your home and not using it properly leaves your family exposed to spiritual dangers. Padre Pio warned about this spiritual neglect in very strong terms. He spoke about two dangerous consequences: block protection and lost opportunities. Block protection. When a family owns a Rosary but doesn't use it as it should, Padre Pio called it block protection. The protection that the Rosary offers is ready to be activated, but if it's not prayed with faith and devotion, that protection can't work. It's as if you've put a shield in your home, but instead of using it, you've locked it away, leaving your family exposed to spiritual attacks. This block protection means that even though the power of the Rosary is sitting right there, ready to help you, it's not working for you. It's not a passive object. The Rosary requires your active participation. If it's just hanging on the wall, not being prayed or used with devotion, you're missing out on its power. And more than that, you're leaving your home vulnerable to negativity, anxiety, and spiritual attacks. Lost opportunities. The second consequence Padre Pio talked about is lost opportunities. Every time you walk past your Rosary without using it, you're missing a chance to receive the graces and blessings that it brings. There are moments when the Rosary can offer you specific help, whether it's peace, strength in a difficult moment, or protection for your family. But if you don't activate it, those blessings pass by unnoticed. Padre Pio often said that the Rosary wasn't meant to be just another item in your home. It's meant to be used, and when you don't use it, you miss out on all the divine help it's offering. Don't let your Rosary sit idle. It is meant for more than just decoration. Padre Pio stressed that the Rosary should never be treated like an object on a shelf. It's not there just to look pretty. It's a sacred tool that can protect and bless your home if you use it properly, activating the power. But here's the good news. The power of the Rosary can be activated immediately, as soon as you start using it the right way. Once you begin to pray the Rosary with faith and devotion, you will immediately start to feel the difference. Your home can be filled with peace. Your family can be protected, and the spiritual protection it offers will begin to work for you. It's all about taking action. If you've had a Rosary in your home but never used it correctly, you can change that today. Start using it with faith. Start praying it with devotion, and you will begin to see the transformation in your life and your family. The protection and blessings of the Rosary aren't distant hopes. They are immediate and accessible to anyone who is willing to open their hearts and use this sacred tool. So, don't let your Rosary sit idle any longer. Start using it as it was meant to be used, and watch as it brings peace, protection, and grace into your home. Now that you know the power of the Rosary and how it can protect your family, I want to urge you to take immediate action. Do you want to protect your family? Start using your Rosary today. It's simple, but it's also incredibly powerful. If you have a Rosary at home but haven't been using it the way it was meant to be used, today is the day to change that. You already have the tool you need. All it takes is to begin using it with faith, devotion, and intention. Here's some practical advice to get started. Get a rosary. If you don't already have one, go out and get one. They're easy to find, and you don't need anything fancy. What matters is the faith and devotion behind it. Place it in the heart of your home. Put it somewhere visible and central in your house, like the living room or the space where your family gathers. The rosary should not be hidden away. It should be present and accessible, ready to be used whenever needed. Begin praying it with devotion. Don't rush through it. Take your time, focus on each prayer, and make it a meaningful connection with the divine. It's not just a task on your to-do list. It's an opportunity to invite peace, blessings, and protection into your life. Even if you just start with one mystery a day, it's better to do it with intention than to rush through the entire thing distracted. Make it a part of your daily life. It's not a task. It's a connection with the divine. You don't have to make it a long or complicated ritual. Just a few moments of focused prayer every day can make a huge difference in your life. Now, I want you to share this message with others who need it. Share this with 3 people who need this protection. You never know who might be struggling with anxiety, family conflict, or spiritual turmoil, and your message could be the key to unlocking peace in their lives. Spiritual charity is one of the greatest acts of love we can offer, and sharing this wisdom with others is a gift. Finally, I want you to take a step of faith right now. Write Virgin Mary, protect my home in the comments to activate divine protection for your family. This simple act of faith will set in motion the blessings and protection that come from using the rosary with devotion. This is your moment to make a change, to activate the divine protection that's available to you. Don't wait. Start using your rosary today and invite peace, protection, and blessings into your life and your home. The power is in your hands. Activate it now. The rosary is more than a prayer. It's a spiritual weapon. I want you to remember that the rosary is not just about repeating prayers. It's about connecting with the divine, inviting protection, and transforming your life. When you pray with faith and devotion, the rosary becomes a spiritual shield, a weapon against the negativity, fear, and conflict that can surround you. It's a tool that brings peace, protection, and transformation into your home. By using the rosary, you are opening the door to divine blessings that can heal your family, strengthen your relationships, and bring true peace. The power is in your hands. You have the ability to protect your family, create harmony in your home, and transform your life from the inside out. You have the power to transform your life and protect your family. The Virgin Mary is waiting for you to act. This isn't just about belief. It's about action. You don't have to wait for something to change. You are the one who can make the change by simply using the tools that have been given to you. The rosary is one